Morning, everyone. Welcome to another This Might Hurt. We are off and running on Tuesday. I hope everyone had a good Monday. I had a substitute teacher yesterday for my IOP unexpectedly. It was kind of nice to ease into the week and not hit the ground running and be able to, get some things done that I had been meaning to do for work and stuff. So those unexpected breaks are amazing. Yeah. So, with that, let me get the energies for today. Energies for today. Energies. There we go. We've got the Ten of Swords. So, giving up. Just giving up. I've had enough. I've tried everything possible to alleviate whatever this is that we're needing to alleviate, but just being done, right? We have beat a dead horse. It's time to get up and start over. And this is the thoughts and the words, right? So swords are thoughts and words. If I was listening to Carrie's reading the other night, and I can't remember what she said about Ten of Swords, but basically the suffering is over, right? Suffering is over. It's that last push before we get up and surrender, right? Surrender to the will of our higher selves. And whether that's the divine spirit source, God, creator, universe, you, yourself, your subconscious, whatever. It's that letting go that we've been needing to do, which is good, right? It's painful, but it's good. With discomfort always comes growth. So there's that. If you guys saw the video yesterday and we were looking at my birth chart and the amount of growth that I'm predicted for this year is astrologically is exciting. Definitely exciting. I was telling my clients, you can trick your woolly mammoth, your subconscious mind, your brain, excuse me, into believing that you're excited to do something when you're actually afraid to do something with the words, because your body actually gives you the same response signals. You know, the sweaty palms, the butterflies in the stomach and whatnot. So think about a roller coaster, right? You might be afraid to do it, but it's kind of exciting at the same time. So your body is not quite sure which way we're going with this, or your body's sure, but the mind is not sure. So you can literally tell yourself, I'm excited. So there's that. Yeah. Five of Swords, self-sabotage. A lot of swords. I like that we went from the 10 to the 5. We're moving it down. We're bringing it down. Regulating things. I always see Five of Swords as self-sabotage. And people just... So interesting in this card. This person just doesn't want to see, doesn't want to listen. And what you're offering is just... or what they may be offering is vitrolic. I learned this word the other day, and you just refuse to participate, which is how we should be, right? Because we've already been through it. Like enough already. I'm not going to participate. Do what you need to do, or you're this person, right? You're this person, and the Ten of Swords, Five of Swords. It's kind of like I'm going to cut it in half, right? I'm going to at least with the Ten of Swords, if there's multiple people participating, maybe you have removed yourself from that. Or maybe the other person has removed themselves from it. I don't know. Either way, but a lot of thinking going on. A lot of words, a lot of inner monologue, and this might be external words, right? Just being... I was reading a book by Chase Hughes called Tongue, and the premise of the book is literally, the Emperor, is literally the... what do you call it? The power of language and how much power words hold and so forth. And interestingly enough, when you don't know the meaning of words, the person using the words really has no power, right? Because you have no idea. So if you're speaking a different language, then, for example, when I was a pit boss in Laughlin and we had Spanish-speaking coworkers, they used to love to speak Spanish in front of the English speakers, the non-Spanish speakers. And it was very intimidating, very, very unsettling. But at the same time, you can't get a rise out of somebody if they have no idea what you're talking about, right? To the Emperor. So knowing that, knowing it's just words, right? Knowing that it's just a power struggle. But this is your self-worth, right? This is your structure, your boundaries, your leadership, setting those boundaries, having that structure, and modeling the behavior that you want to see mirrored in other people. I like that. I like that we're turning it a tide here, right? So we got beat up a little bit. We're choosing not to participate, and now we are setting our boundaries and being the leader that I know you guys are, because sometimes we just have to show people how it's done, right? To the Hanged Man, seeing things from a different perspective. Almost complete opposite of what we got yesterday. So the tide has shifted. We've given up doing whatever it was we were doing or thinking or saying, and cut that energy in half, not participating in it anymore, being the leader that we are, setting the boundaries and seeing things from a new perspective. I'm just going to look at the keywords for the Hanged Man. Surrender, new perspective. Yeah. So just, you know what? You do you, boo-boo. That'll work. It works every time. Let's get the advice for today. Two of Wands. There's that Two of Wands again. Man, she haunts us, doesn't she? So we went from thoughts and words to creative decision-making, right? You're at a crossroads. What are you going to do? And again, we can do what's always been done, given the map, or we can go a different way. We can do it our way, whatever way we want. She's in a car, but she's on top of the car, and there's water and mountains. This whole scene reminds me of a place in Laughlin that I used to go to during COVID. It looks just like this, and it's on the Colorado River. And it's funny because there's only 2 bridges that cross from Nevada into Arizona. And I think they were building a 3rd bridge when I left, but I don't know if that ever got done. But yeah, it's funny because as the crow flies, it's like a few hundred feet, but to drive it, it's a few miles, right, to get from the car to the mountain there. So finding a different way to do things. Maybe you swim across the river. Maybe you don't use the car at all. Who knows? But some sort of crossroads decision-making happening. What do I see coming at the bottom of the deck is the moon. So that kind of seems to be the theme for 2026. Listening to Carrie's energy readings, it's all about just sitting back and letting things reveal themselves. And just in the couple of readings that she's done in 2026, it seems like that's the case, right? So more will be revealed if you just shut up and let people fill in the space, right? When we fill in the quiet, we don't give them the opportunity to fill it in themselves. And if we are aware that there's more to be revealed, some people can't handle quiet. They just they're not comfortable with that discomfort of being quiet, and they have to fill the silence. So if you let them do so, they usually reveal things, and then you can see people for who they truly are. And if you sit with yourself in the stillness of your own silence, you can figure out who you truly are. Because this whole thing, guys, is all about this whole journey of life, learning your lessons, doing the right thing, and have a little bit of fun, right? Have a little bit of fun. We're here to have fun. We're here to enjoy this earth school that we came to. You know, it doesn't have to be all lessons. It doesn't have to be all spiritual evolving and work, right? There has to be some sort of passion and enjoyment and fulfillment that comes from this life. And if we can do that, then I don't know why I went on that rant, but that was interesting. So yeah, there's that. More will be revealed. Let things sit and let the masks fall away, including your own. And if you don't think you wear one, then you're probably wearing the biggest one. Chase Hughes had said the other day, if you ask somebody if they're authentic and they say, absolutely, I'm 100% authentic very quickly, that's a red flag. Because if you're truly authentic, you would reflect on that question. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. You take care.